The Great Reset is not merely a buzzword. It represents a transformative vision for a post-pandemic world aimed at reshaping economies and societies in response to the profound challenges exposed by COVID-19. Global war refers to armed conflicts that involve multiple nations and are fought on an international scale. Examples of global wars include the Gulf War and the global war on terror, like the one in Ukraine. At its core, the initiative seeks to address systemic issues such as bring the war to an end by selling off some. There are minerals for equal quality, environmental reform, and less degradation, by constant war fighting for a more sustainable and equitable global foothold. One of the primary motivations behind the Great Reset is economic recovery. The pandemic laid bare the vulnerabilities in our global economic systems, highlighting the need for robust recovery strategies that prioritize long-term sustainability over short-term fixes. Rather than simply bouncing back to the status quo, the Great Reset calls for structural reforms that invest in green infrastructure and resilient supply chains, ensuring economies can withstand future shocks. Environmental sustainability is another critical pillar, by making sure we have less fraud in the government. With the alignment with the DOGE program, climate change posing an existential threat, the initiative emphasizes the urgent need to adopt better carbon-neutral policies and promote renewable energy sources. This approach aligns economic recovery with environmental stewardship, framing the protection of our planet as essential for future generations. Social equity is equally vital. The pandemic exacerbated existing inequalities, with the most vulnerable populations suffering the most. The Great Reset advocates for policies that promote inclusion, such as progressive taxation and universal basic income experiments, aimed at leveling the playing field and fostering societal cohesion. Lastly, the initiative recognizes the accelerating pace of technological transformation. The rapid adoption of digital technologies during the pandemic presents an opportunity to enhance productivity and resilience across sectors, while also addressing potential risks associated with job displacement and privacy concerns. Ultimately, the Great Reset envisions a collaborative approach among governments, businesses, and civil society, striving for a future that is not only resilient to major changes, but is constantly looking forward to a more equitable foothold on sustainability. It's not without challenges that we have discussed why our priorities are so important. That is the very reason for sitting down with heads of state and all world leaders to rethink how to really end all wars at a think tank and work together towards a better world.